Hello and welcome, you amazing person. My name is Rob. I'm the Manic Gaming Guy. Today is a very exciting one. It's one that we've been waiting for a very long time. And no, it's not this beautiful car that you're looking at. And yes, it does have all the fancy gimmicks like pop-up headlights. Oh yes, please, sir. But yes, this car's got everything working as you would expect. Like the gauges all working, it's got all the dials on, and that's my next mission. Get a rev indicator. But of course, I turned the car off, but now if you could look over here, when I turn the car on, I got a little indication. Obviously I wanted that to be like an on switch, but I couldn't find one. So a square would do just to indicate that you can do it. Oh yeah. Yeah, so let me stop waffling on. I know you want to see it working, don't you? You want to see the shifter working. And we can shift up to first gear, shift up to second gear, shift up to third gear, shift up to fourth gear, and into fifth gear, and that's it. And then obviously we can get back into neutral and then into reverse. Now the pattern does go, you'll notice I only pushed the up gear once into first gear, and when I go up into second gear, it will bounce to neutral and then into second. That's just the way the code works. We've also got a working indicator in this car. I thought I might as well show and tell what I've managed to get working so far. There we go, and right. And obviously you can cancel them. Back, right, cancel, left. Yes, very nice. And I did do it to this one, but then I did realise the images were wrong, so I sort of need to get my own, what do you call these little handle things, whatever they are. I need to get my own ones. Let's jump over to a little demonstration of what's going on, of how this works with another car. I'm getting heavily distracted here. So you shall see. Okay, ignore this. This is me trying to work out the shifter. Okay, it was ahead of my head, so we're not going to do that anymore. So what you see here is what your shifter is going to be. You're not going to have one prop. You're going to end up using, I think it's 7 props for a 5 shifter, because you want one for neutral, you want one for reverse, and one for each gear. Sound complicated? Let me show you what's going on here with changing the gears. At the moment we're in neutral, hence the neutral showing. If I go to first gear, this one comes up, and neutral's down. And you're obviously going to see neutral flick back up, and it'll go into second gear. There we go, you see that? And then into third, fourth, fifth, and obviously it stops because that's where the code that's coming from the game stops. And then you can go down into reverse. So, how's this working? Well, yeah, basically we can go through the gears. That's like a little visual demonstration of what's going on, because what the code is doing, and all these are linked to the same bit of code that's been coming out, but we're tending to be activated at a different time in the sequence that's coming out. So we start on neutral, and it'll go to 1, then it'll jump neutral, then 2, neutral, then 3, neutral, then 4, neutral, then 5. Okay, you can ignore the neutral already. You just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we're doing is we're going to say activate when it gets to 1. And then we're going to say activate when it gets to 2. But all the others are going to ignore what's going on until it's their turn to be activated. Let me show you in automation. And before we jump straight to automation, let's give a shout out to this person here you see on screen. This is the video I watched that actually demonstrated how it was done, and you know how it is possible. So big shout out to them. They do offer a program you can download. It's a bit of a calculator. I have personally not downloaded it because I've always taught not to download random .exl files because they change stuff in the Windows. It's not really needed. Ideally, if these guys comes and listens, big up to you, mate. Thanks for sharing it. Maybe make a desktop version that everyone can use, not desktop, like a browser version, so we can just go to a website of yours, which then will create your traffic, and then you also start making money as well. I do recommend watching this video if you want to learn how to do your own calculations and things. It's super highly confusing and hard to do with some of the bits of it, and some of the bits of it's really easy to do. So you might end up watching it about 20 times, but yeah, big shout out to it. This is the car. We're going to be talking about this, the manual shifter. As you see in the props to the right, we have lots of them. That's my neutral, that's my first gear, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then it's going to be my reverse, and then some fixtures for the bottom just to fill it out, because you've got your car. Imagine we're in the interior. Don't be smarky. Let's find a gear shifter. Right, so this would be your neutral. copy it first by holding shift and then clicking the arrow. Forward and then off. Right, then we can shift. And we can just go back to, and then that's going to be your second gear. Shift and click. And we, oh my days, I clicked off it. Click it back into center. And then forward twice. And then you'll get what I'm doing here, guys. You get what I'm doing here. So here's your 5 speeds, and then your reverse. You can do what you want with. Can it, you know, you can, sometimes it's up and over, sometimes it's back. Doesn't really matter. We'll go for this one for simplicity. And then everything apart from the neutral, which will be your first one, you want to go in here and rotate it 180 degrees into the ground. You're basically just trying to flip around 180. So these things always jank like that. You want to do that to all of these. This is how you set it up. I haven't done this perfectly, but you see now why we use that fixture to hide the bottom a bit. Okay, that's what you'll end up using, and the rest sit down here. They're not in the right places, but you know what I mean. And then you've got these all in order. You go to your code, which you'll probably just be copying and pasting anyway, but I sort of want to give you some sort of explanation of what's going on. So let me show you now what we got in here. So you can see the match neutral stick, and these should be underneath, hidden away. Lovely. So the code for this, and I'll put all this code in, so in case you've never done this before. You've got the steering, clutch, brake, throttle, turn signals, lights, so that's still that one there. Wheel speed, so that's all your gauges. I've got a couple of fun ones like the engine start button. But yeah, this is basically the code for the shifter. This is your neutral, the top one, and then obviously first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then reverse. And then it's a bit hard to describe what's going on, but I'll do my best way to break it down. Maybe with a ruler. Where is the ruler prop? Is it here? I don't know if it's going to work with what's going on in my head, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. Right, in this sequence, oh, I need another thing to blank it off with. Right. So what's happening with the code? This is your neutral, gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, gear 4, gear 5. Whatever reverse is down here. If we look at the code, we've got 180 is our rotation, hence why they're pointing down the ground. We want to do a 180 when they're being activated. And when they're not being used, 180 back out of there. Neutral gear, but the way I visualize it is this thing moving along basically. The sequence for your gear shifter, when from coming from beam, it goes neutral 1, neutral 2, but it's just one long line of code that you can't really do a H shift or anything like that if you know about putting these codes in. So what the offset part of this code does, you've got the min value, right? So rather than it being set to 0, the min value is constantly working its way up. So anything below that, so basically when you say you've got to third gear, its min value is 2. This third gear, yeah, second, third. No, it's not. Oh yeah, neutral 1, 2, 3, third gear. Its min value is 2, and the reason why we have the min values going up basically is it doesn't work. So make sure you put the min values and everything in. The min value is 2, so this thing is blocking off everything below 2. So anything gear 3 is fine. Everything below that is being ignored now, and we haven't gone up anymore to register the other ones. So you need this one. So when it goes up to the other one, it cancels out what these do, and otherwise they just keep doing 180s. Because it go up one step and they all do a 180, but if they haven't got to it yet, hence the max value, like if they all had one max value, they'd all spin round, but one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, they work their way up, so they want to be spinning when they got hit. When you hit the max value, they want to spin, and the min value will stop them wanting to carry on spinning. So you move min value up along with it as the code inserts another number. That's the best way I can explain it. That's what's going on with the offset, and there's no offset. Is there any offset in it? Yeah, offset. So the offset is when the code starts on it. So you can always imagine it's like it just goes on, off, and then when it goes on, it's like I'll go once there, and then it's going to go on to +2, on +3, on +4 is what the code from BeamNG is sending to the car, and the game goes along the code, and it uses the min and max and the offset to register when it's going to come in play. Oof. I don't know. It's complicated. You try and do like translational axes as well. Whoa, that blows your mind. What you want to do, yeah, is hit the like button and probably subscribe and go look at all my other playlists and tutorials on how to do things. This stuff's a bit overcomplicated, but you know, we have fun in making really fun, nasty, cool, smooth, clean details. What we try. Maybe not as good as Soul. Hey, Soul Polo, man. Go look him up if you don't know him. He makes mantle cars. Anyway, I hope you had fun today. And I need to get rid of these props. They hurt my head. I hope you sort of understood what was going on with the code. If you don't, just copy and paste it. Change the prop numbers so they match yours. Yeah, these are the prop numbers. If you're very new to this is your prop. Just change that. Make sure everything else is set the same. You set that all the same. It should just work. Okay. The only things that start changing when you got to do calculations is like different rev speeds and tacho speeds. I think they're the only thing that really need proper mass. Oh, and translational stuff, making things slide up and down. That is proper mass. That hurts my head. But anyway, apart from that, I think we can leave it there. I don't think I need to take the car out for a spin yet. It's not quite finished. But you guys have a wonderful time making some of your own sick rides, and hopefully I'll see you in the future videos. Automation and tower defense and city builders and all sorts of games is what we do over here. Keep it real, stay safe and share that love now. Bye bye.